Ladies and gentlemen, we know why you're here. Snyder fans, eat my... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Saturday Morning Cartoons. I am Doug McDoubles, and next to me is the greatest co-host of all time, the DC Don Dada. It is Ray McFlurry the second with a little cherry on top. How you doing, my friend?
It's a good day to not be a person that spams hashtag restore the Snyderverse in somebody's chat. It's a good day to not be those people, man, because Superman dropped a trailer. They announced all sorts of new DC animated shows. We've seen all these popcorn buckets, all this new movie merch.
And people still hating.
And people are still hating, but I'm not. I'm enjoying every last second of it, dude.
Do you remember what we got for like Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman?
Yeah, we got like a National Guard commercial.
Yeah.
That was the promotion.
Yeah, so sorry, you don't like fun, I guess.
Yeah. So we can go right into it, man.
Whatever, dude. Superman dropped.
New trailer.
They dropped a new trailer, dropped new posters. Like
new posters. Pretty much everybody's popcorn bucket has come out by now.
Yeah. Regals, fucking everyone.
Yeah, I saw Cinemark's was like Krypto holding up the bucket of popcorn for you.
Dude, that was sick.
AMC's is the Daily Planet newspaper machine or whatever, like with the thing on the opening.
It's like a newsstand. It's
like
a
newsstand, like a newspaper box.
Yeah, like just like you see in
so cool.
South.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. And then it's like, as good as the trailer was, we can talk about that in a minute. Yeah, it's funny you say the Batman versus Superman thing, because James has talked about, he's already writing the next movie, the next Superman movie. But he said something crazy about it. He was like, it's not just a Superman movie or something. That he phrased it really strangely to where people were like, man, what if DC has it under contract that a Superman sequel can't just be a Superman sequel? You've got to do Batman and Superman. And because they're just like, he's going to write World's Finest. He's going to write Justice League International. Yeah, like he's getting there eventually. He may be doing World's Finest right now. Yeah. Like, that may be what he is writing, even without having a Batman cast. I mean, you can still write the damn movie.
You can still write it.
But, yeah, that's kind of just...
You can still write it for Alan Ritchson. It's fine.
Yes. You talked about the posters. I hate how good the posters have been. Not as good as the Fantastic Four ones. I'll give them that. Superman's have been a step down. But when the fans, they started putting Robert Pattinson on the Superman posters, I didn't see it. Until then, I was just like, I'm good with him on the DCU. Let him be his own thing. And then they started putting his poster next to David Cornsweet's poster. And I said, that is who we need. That is the DCU Batman. That is who I want, dude.
So right now you're telling me the DC Don Dada wants the Pattinson with Cornsweet.
I didn't until now, dude. Until these fan-made posters. Literally, that is what got me, was these fan-made posters on like the red and blue swirls or like whatever. Yeah. Like those posters. Just something I saw, and that is what finally got me on their side.
I respect that. That's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. I would love it to be a different Batman, but if James Gunn's like, Matt Reeves, you're taking too long, he's mine now, I think that's okay too. I think if Robert Pattinson's like, yeah, I'll do it for so long, please let me. Like, I'll want to be Batman. Just give me something to do.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm feeling more hopeful in the Batman 2 than I was last time we talked about Matt Reeves, because I think we were just so over it. I think we said
it's like 5 episodes ago.
Yeah. I think we may have even said he's probably got like a drug problem at this point.
Yeah.
So we were being really dramatic.
Yeah.
But I think James Gunn had said, I mean, they're doing a ton of press right now, but maybe Threads or something. He was like, the script is almost done. Like we have a date set and we're almost there. Like, y'all, it's just, we're not keeping you up to date on everything. Just fucking chill.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, because every single day, I think it was this morning, like they're just announcing constantly.
Everything.
Like he so casually announces a Mr. Miracle.
Yeah, dude, I saw
the animated show based off of Tom King's iconic run of Mr. Miracle comics.
Who is that next to him?
That's Big Barda. That's his girl.
That's what I thought.
That's his girl, yeah. Scott Free and Big Barda. Yeah, that's always the funniest pairing, is she's this gigantic new god warrior, and he's like Scott Free. Number one, he's like horribly depressed, you know. He's the son of, let's see, what is the deal with Orion and Mr. Miracle is Orion is the son of Darkseid, and Mr. Miracle is the son of Allfather.
Yeah.
and then to like seal a peace or a peace treaty or something, they swapped sons. So Allfather raised Orion, and then Darkseid raised Mr. Miracle, and so he's a depressed adult. You know, you can imagine what kind of trauma would come with that shit. So yeah, I mean, and this specifically, Tom King's run, and he is serving as showrunner. Tom King has been involved with a couple of the DCU projects so far, but the fact that he is the showrunner for his run of the comic series is exciting.
That's
like
sick
this
as fuck.
is some of his best work.
I can't wait for that to be an HBO Max original.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you can say the proper name.
Yeah.
You know? I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So just like, yeah, and as casual as that came out, on Threads, James Gunn confirmed kind of a Krypto animated spinoff is coming. Because somebody just said on Threads, they were like, man, if we got an animated spinoff series of Krypto just by himself, I'd be so happy. And James just says, well, you're in luck.
Yep.
And just as casual as that, just confirms at least some, which we talked about before,
like
that there was going to be Krypto holiday something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Krypto is heavily part of the plan, and that's very fucking clear.
And look.
That's very clear.
And James Gunn made it very clear with the I Am Groot series when he finally talked about it when he left. He wanted them to be full 30-minute episodes with story. And we got 6-minute episodes of nothing. So the fact that he's like, oh, no. And you thought you could like a little baby tree? Imagine what you're going to do about a puppy dog with laser vision.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Laser
An animated puppy dog laser vision. Just a good boy with laser vision.
Dude, that dog can punch out everybody.
Yeah.
Every superhero
and
you know, that dog can beat them.
He just wants to play. Yes. That's the best part.
Yes, like he just wants to play. He doesn't know
like
they're
Booster
fighting.
Gold is playing with him, and no one told him not to play fetch with him because when he runs back to give him the thing, he jumps on him and he just fucking knocks out.
Causes earthquakes or something.
Dude.
Yes.
A tsunami comes.
Yeah, disrespect. I'm glad people are gonna get to see Krypto for Krypto now, because the high everybody was on with Invincible, the disrespect on Twitter. Somebody put up Battle Beast versus Krypto, who wins? And somebody quote tweeted it, and they're like, "Oh my god, I think Krypto actually takes this." I'm like, "What do you mean actually takes this? That's a kitty with a battle axe." I'm sorry, Krypto has Superman's fucking powers,
speed and strength.
He is demolishing Battle Beast,
and let's be very real.
Battle Beast is happy about it. He dies a worthy death, but Krypto is putting him in the ground with no fucking effort.
Because in all reality, let's go off of Invincible rules. All right, say Krypto shows up. That speed alone.
He hates cats, I'm sure, dude.
He's ripping his head off, number one.
Yeah, he's putting a hole through his torso, dude.
Just like Oliver did the Mauler.
Yes, exactly.
Like 100% the speed
it is
alone.
One attack and it's over.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It is so not a conversation.
Yeah, without a doubt.
People had the audacity to actually get on TikTok and try to make a video being like, well, this might... No, it's not. Krypto kills the cat in 3 seconds.
This isn't Tom and Jerry.
Battle Beast is great. Speaking of Battle Beast, he has like one of the most successful independent comics of all time right now.
Yep.
His first issue is on the 3rd reprinting, and that already sold out.
Yep.
And Krypto is putting him in the dirt.
Sorry.
I love Battle Beast, but...
It's just how it goes.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, we do have... Battle Beast, like I said, it is a record-breaking comic. Like, the popularity from Season 3 of Invincible carried right into Battle Beast #1, even with it being delayed. Originally, it was going to drop, like, the week after the show ended.
Yeah.
Like, Season 3 stopped airing.
This was dropping the beginning of May. Was that the first delay, or was that just when...
It was supposed to be, like, the week after the show. I can't remember the timeline. And then they delayed it because of the blind bag thing they were doing.
Right. Okay, that was in May. That was in May.
So, at this point now, Battle Beast #1 has sold over 400,000 copies worldwide. And it's sold out again at the distributor level, meaning all of the shops are ordering this for their shop. Yes, to sell more. And yeah, this is the 3rd reprinting. Like, this is the 3rd time it is sold out at the distributor level. And it's just unprecedented. Like, this isn't a Batman book. This isn't a Spider-Man book. This is an X-Men. This is an Invincible spin-off character that is just barely in the show at this point.
Is one of
he has had 2 fights in the show, and he has sold 400,000 copies.
This is one of those times where when you not revive a character, but when you do continuations or not, I guess we'll call this a spin-off.
Definitely a spin-off.
In any type of media.
I think it's the 3rd entrance into they call it the Invincible universe.
Right.
Because they had the Guarding the Globe comic before Robot did his shit, and then that comic couldn't go on anymore.
Right.
And obviously Invincible.
But this is one of the most successful spin-offs
Easily.
Period.
Yeah.
And then the fact that it's a comic is other fucking worldly, because that just shows like how many fans there really was pre-social media. You know what I mean? Like, because this is what came out in what, 02, 03, something like that?
Invincible, I think Invincible started, the first book came out in 03, if I'm not mistaken.
Like,
yeah, and Battle Beast, like
20 years.
The popularity of Battle Beast, let's get this clear. He was cool in the comics.
He was cool as fuck.
Okay, but this popularity is from the internet. This is from the TV show. Like, this is from all of the
online discourse.
This is the TikTok edits about how much aura he has. This is like how cold Battle Beast is. Yeah, or like, you're telling me he's invincible, he loses every fight, and then it's Battle Beast slamming the mace into his chest.
And
like,
also,
this is TikTok, this is the internet. Like, and Battle Beast has been around a long time, but he's selling 400,000 because of his popularity.
And let's be very clear, shout out to the Invincible writers for just that much of him, showing just that little of him, and everyone being like,
yeah.
You know, so shout out to them real quick. It's like those little itty bitty clips, and then everyone's just like, yo, you know who's the sickest dude? Someone you've barely seen. That's how bad motherfucker that is.
Yeah, because at this point, we had seen the season 1 fight.
Yeah.
And then he was gone.
Yeah, we saw.
And then he was on the Viltrumite ship, and that was the next appearance.
Yeah.
And so, by that point,
we've seen him fight all of the soldiers, the super soldiers. We've seen Mark fight the super soldiers. We've seen him fight a dragon.
Right,
We've seen him fight Viltrumites.
Yeah.
And then you know what people are still doing? Yo, Battle Beast. You know, like Mark, everyone's done incredible feats. We got our own fucking Adam Eve spinoff prequels episode.
Yeah.
And Battle Beast
Adam
is
Eve games. Yeah.
Still dropping it.
It's amazing. Yeah.
That's so cool.
And it's a testament to the TV writers. And I know Kirkman's a part of that, a big part of that. He's talked before about how it's such a cool opportunity to rewrite some of his things.
Because like how he was talking about with the show, he wanted to put in certain things that he couldn't in the comics. So now he has the opportunity to not write wrongs,
like storylines he couldn't, that were kind of too difficult to do in the medium of the comics versus a TV show. But yeah, even just stuff like, like Robot or Machine Head was not in the comics.
No.
Like that whole season 1 fight with Titan and stuff. Like Titan does eventually become in, and then the dragon guy is there and everything.
But we also get...
But like the Battle Beast fight, like that was just... Like that was brilliant. That was not in the comics, I don't think. I don't think he showed up.
Because we get Dinosaurus way earlier. We get... what's old dude's name with the pistols? I always forget his name.
Oh, Best Tiger.
Don't we get him earlier in the series as well? Technically,
Best Tiger,
in the comics?
In the comics? No, he's so late in the comics. It was so crazy to see him in Invincible War.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, it was wild to see him that early.
Yeah,
it's
what
cool
he's doing is so fucking sick.
Yeah, it's cool to see the rewrites and revisions and changes, and especially like seeing, I don't know, like it's just so cool, dude. Like it's amazing how record-breaking it is, because again, like this is Battle Beast #1. This is an Invincible Universe Battle Beast. This is Battle Beast #1, and it's just 3 reprintings, and it's still selling out. They haven't even gone to #2 yet.
Yeah.
Like in the blind bag, it included some #2s or whatever, but it's just crazy. Like the timeline of this, the popularity, right? The joke or whatever, the TikTok comment, like, oh, and I say this all the time too, but it's a lot of the popular online discourse. There's one consistent joke is, Mark really fought top 5 in the universe in season 1. Like that joke or whatever, that got this Battle Beast comic.
Yeah, that got over 400,000 copies sold.
Think about the timeline of a comic book. Okay, they did not greenlight this comic book after he broke out of the Viltrumite prison and say, "Oh, it's coming out next month." No, they greenlit this comic book with one Battle Beast fight on the screen. Okay, knowing people were going to fucking eat that shit up. The Battle Beast and Alan and saving Nolan and give me more. And
more!
They knew
him
the internet was going to eat
come
it
back
up
to fight him. Yeah.
Yes, based on how many people were like, Mark fought top 5 in the universe, season 1. Based on that one bit of like fun fact or whatever that was in every TikTok comment section you've ever seen.
This is the same.
It's amazing.
What a success. How people were so excited for Marvel in the very beginning when you were like, oh my goodness, Chris Hemsworth is going to be like, I can't wait for the first Thor movie, and I can't wait for this, for all of these.
It does kind of have that level of excitement.
However, Thor 2 sucked. That was, you know what I mean? That was the spinoff, you know what I mean? It was it is encapsulating fucking, it is insane how much it is past Marvel spinoff and like the fandom for it. Marvel could fucking never with this. These are true fans. Like, you know what I mean? They're not here for like, oh, I'm here for a Disney Plus show. No, they're like,
it's not mainstream fan. Yeah. It's very loyal niche fan.
That's the best. And that's how you can tell. How do you know? Oh, because he sold over 400,000 copies and they're needing a third reprint.
Yeah. They have comic book fans. They have animation fans. They have superhero fans.
Because every Guardians of the Galaxy fan that watched every movie, all 3 movies, they probably haven't read a single comic book. Like, exactly. 80% of them.
Probably didn't play the game that came out that bombed and that was like, actually really
whoever
good.
Watched the first Iron Man movie, 80% of them that was not their first choice because Iron Man wasn't one of the popular heroes in the very beginning.
Yeah, they probably didn't watch his cartoon back
like
in
the
the
Hulk
day.
was. The Hulk and Wolverine, like these were
the Hulk, Wolverine, Spider-Man was the big 3 until Avengers 2012, dude. Like that was the big 3.
You couldn't tell me you were going to watch a movie because of Hawkeye.
It blows my mind, dude, as a 30-year-old to see Spider-Man, Captain America, and Iron Man be the face of Marvel. That blows my fucking mind. Dude, those were B-listers, C-listers.
And now you're telling me because of movie rights we can't get any more Hulk stuff and we have to fucking pray to God
really
that
is crazy.
We need to wait for Fox for a buyout for us to get Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, think about that. It's so fucked up. Like, we're finally getting a good Fantastic Four movie, and yes, I'm saying that, fuck you, since the early 2000s. Like, because that one in 2010s was terrible. So, like, over 2 decades, essentially, is what it feels like. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to see, like, some of the most popular people we couldn't get because of rights, so we had to make other characters this amazing. It's fucking nuts. I can't believe it.
All right, let's go back into some DC. All right. James, like I said, he casually just dropped shit.
Dropping shit to make
just
people feel good.
Dropping shit. And I believe this was in some press he was doing because I clicked the link in Reddit or whatever. It was a vanity.com story or something like that. But yeah, he's just kind of casually revealed that the Wonder Woman movie is already being written. They haven't announced, obviously, anything to do with Wonder Woman other than the Themyscira show that's set 1,000 years before current day Wonder Woman or whatever. But yeah, he just kind of casually revealed, it's already working on it. So I'm just waiting for the day where it's like, Wonder Woman the animated series is 6 months, coming out in 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, it's just going to be the most casual, awesome announcement ever. Like,
the way he just dropped like how he dropped the Starfire show, or how he dropped the fucking Mr. Miracle.
Exactly.
Like, he's just like,
or
hey
the
guys,
Krypto show, or just any Blue Beetle the animated series. Dude, it's gonna happen.
Like in October, he can be like, hey guys, just so you know, July 2026, Wonder Woman animated series comes out. 2027 January, the movie comes out, and it can just be James Gunn doing that because it's fucking James Gunn. Like, it's insane. Yeah,
it's just James, dude. Like, and this is, we could talk about him more. Other shit he's writing right now. He just kind of leaked, confirmed, whatever. Obviously, the actor for Mr. Terrific is Edi Gathegi.
Shout out my dog, Darwin from X-Men First Class.
Shout out, one of the most obscene movie deaths of all time.
Without a doubt. Fuck? And now he's getting his justice.
Oh my, about time. He looks fantastic, Mr. Terrific.
Fucking A right.
Anyway, James Gunn kind of confirmed. He just says the quote, Superman isn't the only he says this. Edi says this. He says, Superman isn't the only project that I'll be in.
Yeah.
So, there was talks of James writing this untitled movie that we were thinking is JLI or World's Finest. Chris Parker, 3C Films, love that dude. He's like, any chance this is the Terrifics? Like, is he just writing the Terrifics? Because, the Terrifics involves Metamorpho. Obviously, Metamorpho is already confirmed to be in this movie.
Yep.
It just kind of seems like by the end of the movie, the team's going to be formed.
Yeah.
The Terrifics is just going to kind of happen naturally.
Yep. And they're going to find someone random. They're like, they'll have like 2 random members that'll show up and it'll be like, fuck, that's who they casted? And it's fucking like Ben Schwartz as Plastic Man. Everyone check out the Doug Hero.
Yeah, I like that cast.
Or Andy Sandberg.
There we
John
go.
Mulaney. It's just, it could stand. Depending on how old everyone's doing, it is what it is. It could work.
Speaking of could work, James called me the other day.
Yeah.
See, he wanted to know what I thought.
Okay.
And I said, man, I think it's a great idea. I'm glad you called me for consulting. I'll send you a bill. Good to hear from you.
Yeah.
All that to being said, now that we can finally announce it, what we've been helping James Gunn work on.
Yep.
The Peacemaker Rewatch podcast.
Boom, baby.
It's coming out on June 11th. Yeah. So apparently James Gunn's hosting a rewatch podcast for season 1. The entire cast is joining. They're taking fan questions and comments. Yeah. That's pretty fucking cool. I don't know if it will be 8 episodes. I don't know if they're going to just kind of do one mega episode kind of deal.
I'm sure they'll do it how they did Scrubs, the Scrubs rewatch podcast with Donald and
This is hilarious.
Zach. Sorry,
I
kept trying to say JD. I was like, that's not his fucking real name, dude. How are you gonna say Donald because Donald Faison instead of saying Turret? You motherfucker.
I really enjoyed that.
So Zach Braff and Donald Faison, they did a
use their full governmentals now.
All Hearts not real doctors podcast because it's
okay.
And they rewatched a bunch of episodes with some of the cast members, this, that, and the other. But they watched full episodes. I think they did the first full season, and they did seasons 1 through 4. Because it went up, and I think they're about to do season 5. Because they've been doing one season a year.
Oh, okay.
And it started during COVID when everyone was doing like their own TV show reboot podcast.
So they're really not working.
Right. It was before T-Mobile.
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
you.
yeah.
It was before they got that fuck you T-Mobile money. Dick.
Is that the one where they came back as their characters?
Yeah, where it's just like they're just together singing all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like those commercials, dude. I
don't
like
really
when they
either.
got like Suits back, or they'll get like Modern Family back for a
They
what's
had
that?
Suits doing like auditions in a garage.
Oh, it's so lame.
Yeah.
Dude.
However, I fucked with the T-Mobile because they were singing, and in the show they sing
Scrubs.
together. And because they got some of them I was fine with because like they got John Travolta, and they were like, I watched like an interview, they were talking about like some of the songs, like, oh no, Donald and I pitched the songs that we're gonna redo, and they try to get the rights to play it on like T-Mobile commercial. I was like, that's the greatest thing ever. Shout out to Zach Braff and Donald Faison. But yeah, I think they'll probably do the first season. There's 8 episodes.
8 episodes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll do all 8, and like realistically, especially if James Gunn's in charge of DC. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
I saw someone. We have that letter. I saw someone ask James Gunn in a thread, and it said, "Are you essentially the Kevin Feige of the DCU?" And he laughed really, really hard, and I loved it. I was really excited about it because he is at first, is what I thought. And he said, no, not really. I am, and I'm not. That's more Peter's side. Peter's more, he's the head of everything.
Yeah.
I'm just more the creative. Let's go do this.
Guy. Yeah, that makes sense.
And and we've talked about. In James we trust, you know what I mean? And it really hit me like, damn, shout out Peter Safran. If the creative man said, nah, Peter's the Kevin Feige of the DC.
Yeah,
So shout out to my dog. That makes me very happy because if he's the Kevin Feige of the DCU, he was fine with, he probably heard us. He was probably like, listen, he probably was like, damn, I gotta check on the boys real quick. Let's see what's up. And they were like, damn, they're really upset about no DC in Fortnite. Yeah. Like, so we got Header coming back. And the news is, ladies and gentlemen, look up, get the battle bundle in the Fortnite shop to receive 25 Battle Pass rewards and instantly unlock the Superman outfit. Battle Pass owners can also unlock this heroic mentor and additional Superman items by completing quests by July 11th. The Super Battle Pass is available to progress now.
By 11th? By the 11th or on the 11th?
Starting July 11th.
Oh, I was going to say, okay.
The Super Battle Pass is available to progress in now until August 8th, 2025.
Yeah, the Superman season's here. The Battle Pass is already in the shop.
Yeah.
If you unlock it now, you get the Tim Drake Robin skin.
Yeah.
And you can do all the levels or whatever that is and get the Superman thing now. But when the movie comes out, July 11th, the Battle Pass starts. Yes. And then you can unlock him. His laser vision is going to be the mythic in the game, and like Krypto is on the map, and it's this full Superman season.
So best believe, there will be minimum 2 different Fortnite videos with the boys.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Minimum.
We'll have to.
Because like, if Ray's going to want to put one out for Saturday morning cartoons, I'm going to send him. I'm going to make one as well with all of us, or I'm going to do some with other people. We're going to put it on the channel. But yeah, come on.
Got to do it.
Come on, Tim Drake in Fortnite. Also, Superman. This is gonna be sick. You're telling me we're not gonna get other characters eventually? We're gonna get the cast of Superman. We're gonna get Metamorpho.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, we're definitely getting more.
We're gonna get Ultraman, or we're gonna, you know what I mean? We might get Rick Flag
when the movie
Senior.
drops. We'll definitely get the Green Lantern. We'll get Hawk Girl. We'll get Metamorpho, Mr. Terrific. Like, we'll definitely get the pack to buy for V-Bucks.
Whatever her name is.
Oh yeah, the engineer. Probably Lex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited because it really has. It's been since Black Adam. Like that was the last DC collab type of skin. Like they've had shit like Batman Zero and like that sort of like the Batman Who Laughs has come up, or like Grant Gustin's Flash will come up in the shop, but it's old ass skins. Like they haven't had a new DC skin since Black Adam. Pre-podcast.
Yeah.
You know, we've done 140 of these.
Oh,
and we've never seen a new DC skin until this Battle Pass.
Speaking of also cool shit, I went to Vintage Stock the other day with Brentley because we got those little Marvel, the Luchador, the Captain Marvel.
Oh,
ones.
Yeah.
He ain't got Magic ones. But I saw all of them but Rick Flag, the Creature Commando pop figures. They're selling for $13. So, just so you know.
I need a little GI robot.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Damn,
they had plenty of them. They had everyone but Rick Flag. That's the only. I wanted to get that one for you, or Weasel, and I just.
Oh, or Weasel, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shout out freaking
Weasel.
dogs, dude.
God dang, dude.
Justice for both.
What a good ass show.
Oh, we already got Justice for Rick Flag. He's in Superman. But speaking of collabs like Fortnite, this, and the other, speaking of that call when James Gunn hit you up, he said, "What we're already doing like Keebler. We already the Puppy Bowl. We're doing all these things that we can.
Squishmallow.
Yeah, we're doing everything we can. Like we're doing little Chiblies. We're doing anything we can. Burger King. We're fuck McDonald's, dude. Burger King all day. Have it your way, bitch. You know what I mean?" Blah, 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 blah. I'm not loving it. Fuck you. Take that shit to Man of Steel. But he said, I want to try this idea. What do you guys think? They haven't done this in a long time. They didn't do this with Marvel. I want to do a Build-A-Bear Superman collab. And Ray and I said, they still have Build-A-Bear shops? And he said, oh, yeah, you guys live in the South and in a rural area. So, like, in bigger places, that's still a very big tourist attraction. And we said...
Build-A-Bears, they're doing well.
They're still very profitable. We just don't live around one for another 4 hours.
I know how Build-A-Bear's doing.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple times.
Yeah, so it's crazy to see that. And now they've officially announced a Superman Build-A-Bear collab. And I can't wait. If there's a Build-A-Bear in the Fayetteville Mall, we will go.
There's one in the Promenade, if I'm not mistaken.
Because it's literally right across the street from the AMC, if you didn't know that.
I did not know that. But if I'm not mistaken, it's right in the Promenade.
You know how the Burger King and the AMC, it's literally like a road away? That's how close the mall is. It's literally down the road.
I'm fucking down.
So it's perfect. So, fucking ain't right, dude.
It's just the juxtaposition, and I love to bring it up. I do, because every time I see Restore the Snyderverse, you know, I just lose a little respect for that person. But yeah, just the juxtaposition of Build-A-Bear, Squishmallow to National Guard. Like, I don't. That's just my go-to every time. Yeah. But it's just such a difference in who they're marketing Superman to be.
Yeah, because I don't even think there was Flash toys at fast food places.
No, they did not. They didn't do Blue Beetle. They didn't do Aquaman 2. They didn't do the Flash.
Black Adam.
Definitely didn't do Black Adam. Happy Meal toys or anything. Yeah, so it's been a long time since we've had a true, like, it's in
we had a
stores, it's in fast food places.
Hands playing with Superman, you know what I mean? Like, James Gunn's bringing it back.
Yeah, this is a new era. This is a new era.
Yeah, and speaking of new eras, we're getting new SpongeBob SquarePants movies that are going to be just as bad because Ice Spice has officially been cast in SpongeBob the movie Search for the SquarePants and will also release an original song for the film. And someone needed that check, I guess.
Why?
Coming from a starving artist, I guess I'm still going to talk shit. That's wild.
Let me play devil's advocate here. Let me play devil's advocate. Why can we celebrate Jack Black getting Bowser and doing the Peaches song, but we can't be excited for what Ice Spice might bring to the greater SpongeBob universe? Because
Ice Spice's favorite dance is to bend over, start twerking, and then rub her pussy from behind for the audience.
I don't think they're going to animate anything like that.
No, but that's what she is too.
Do they have fishes like that in SpongeBob?
No, but that's that's the type of music and video she has online and in the media and for children to see and kids to see.
Yeah.
So it's a little different because it's been fucking 30 years since the Ray J. Kim K thing because she's in the Paw Patrol movie. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, now you know. Go ahead and check out my new EP, Freshman Year. Ray helped me pick the track list. So did our Avatar correspondent, Ty, and it's fucking amazing. Thank you guys so much for all of it. We're over 5,000 streams so far for the EP, and cheers to you guys. Without this, none of this would be possible. We wouldn't have the podcast. It's all very reliant on the fans and anyone that has listened to it. It truly means everything from the bottom of my heart. Check me right now in the Misfit Tour. All the tickets are either with me or they're online at Bandits in Town, so go ahead and check that out. Now, back to the episode. Mia Goth, ladies and gentlemen, from the Pearl franchise, she has officially been cast as the villain in the Star Wars Starfighter opposite of Ryan Gosling. Cool. Until I see a trailer, I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah, there's not really been a lot said about this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other Star Wars shit happening right now, and this is kind of at the bottom of the importance list, so
yeah.
We'll see.
I'm gonna force Ray to at least appear in the vlog. But we're gonna make a vlog coming up. Probably maybe 2 for the Superman movie. But we're
vlogging in 2025.
It
just kills me.
I understand. Well, it's mainly for
funny
the podcast. Like, it's mainly for the Superman because we're bringing John with us. It's a very important special thing to me. There's reasoning behind it.
You want to capture the day, but it's vlogging for content and the big 2025 is just really quite funny to me.
It's very sad. It's
not
like
sad.
It's like
it's just fun.
To me,
it's so outdated.
It's like Jason Nash going on TikTok live asking for fucking
it'd be like pulling out a CD player on the bus or something. It'd just be like, wow, people still do that. Good. Yeah. Good. I respect it. Good for you.
But
I wouldn't personally. But
it was just announced that we dodged a fucking bullet because instead of us spending fucking $80 on popcorn buckets and all the things together, we could have just spent $80 on a gigantic Galactus popcorn bucket going $80 at the AMC.
Yeah, it's getting unreal.
That's fucking insane.
It's getting unreal.
That's how you know they fucked up and they're trying to get shit done. Because I'll tell you right now, James Gunn wouldn't have made it fucking $80.
No,
you know what I mean?
It's misunderstanding. People like popcorn buckets, but people don't want to do this. People, this is getting crazy. It was kind of funny, the Dune bucket. Okay?
Yeah.
Since the Dune bucket, that people threatened to put their dick in. I guess that was the whole joke.
Even the Wolverine bucket
was not funny. It was trying too hard.
Well,
that was the downfall. That was the start of the downfall.
Yeah.
But it's just so we're at this point now where it's a big plastic container of Galactus's head for $80 fucking dollars. You can buy brand new video games for $80. You can buy computer parts for $80. You can buy a car tire for $80. And this is their fucking popcorn bucket.
Someone went on I think it was marvels.com, their action figures website. You can get a figurine, his actual head that's almost twice the size of this for $69.99 right now.
I believe
on
it,
their
dude.
website.
You could probably buy the Galactus Lego set for cheaper.
Literally, it's
fucking ridiculous.
It's insane, how crazy they're trying to be for this. So I'm glad we're going to fucking see Superman instead, because fuck them. We'll go to Malco for Fantastic Four.
I don't need any merch for Fantastic Four.
We'll get a cup.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? A cup is fine.
Yeah, $80 for because here's the thing. That's not a meal. That's not a popcorn and a large drink. That is the popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
Let's
be very real. A large popcorn isn't gonna fit in that.
No, they're probably gonna give you the thing in plastic and then just give you a large popcorn.
Yeah.
It's just
it includes large popcorn, so you could probably put it in there, but I know for a fact no one's putting it in there. No one's gonna ruin it.
Oh,
with
it's
that
ridiculous,
butter.
dude.
That's insane. Truly. I can't believe that shit. They have officially dropped a new Fantastic Four poster. Tickets go on sale tomorrow, and I can't wait because this shit looks amazing.
It looks beautiful, dude. Everything I've seen from it, I love the aesthetic of the movie. It's just nails what Fantastic Four should be.
Yep. However, you know what I fuck with more?
The teams.
The Superman posters, dude. These were
they're worse, but I love them.
Dude, the Mr. Terrific, this shit was so good.
The Fantastic Four is just so clean.
No, I understand.
Dude. I loved all the individual posters. I think it's cool to give, obviously, Superman his poster and Lois her poster, but Everybody done to Metamorpho gets one. Like Cat Grant gets one. Steve Lombard, Perry White. Like that's so cool. That's so cool.
Like even the fucking robots.
Yeah, even the robot got their own poster. Yeah, that's cool as hell.
Yeah, speaking of the robots, it was officially announced that the robots in James Gunn's Superman were practical props. Alan Tudyk recorded robot number 4's dialogue on set.
James just does shit different, man.
Does shit different.
And the fact those are practical is insane.
Like he said, fuck a blue screen, motherfucker.
With Man of Steel, like his cape was CGI, dude. Man of Steel's cape was CGI.
His lip was
he
VFX.
He built the fortress. That's real ice, goddammit. Like that's not CGI, dog.
Hey, I heard
David Cornsweet really healed from the sun. Dude.
I heard James Cameron is actually the father of James Gunn, and it just goes by James Gunn instead of James Cameron Jr.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be a nepo baby.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's why Nicolas makes sense. That's why Nicolas Cage changed his name instead of because he's a Coppola.
Nicolas Coppola.
Exactly. So now it's Nicolas Cage.
Was it because he was a Luke Cage fan?
Yeah, huge Luke Cage fan.
That is so baller, dude.
Yeah. Only Nick Cage would be like, because I'm a huge fan of Luke Cage. If you guys don't know who that is, he's an African American superhero. He's from New York.
Big badass black dude that whoops ass.
Yeah, everyone's just like, well, I'm sorry. What?
That's a pretty niche pull.
Like, that's
awesome.
how you know that he's like a real comic book fan. Like
that's fucking sick.
Still can't wait for that. Spider-Man
he's
series.
He's a really big comic book fan because they say. That interview, they were like, what Batman villain do you want to play? And he's like, probably Professor Pig. And I'm like, you could give me 20 villains. I can name 20 villains before Professor Pig, but like that's the perfect Batman.
That's 100%. Like, yeah. Like, who would you like to be? I don't know, probably Spider-Man Noir. Just, yep. How did I?
Yeah,
cool.
Fair enough.
Who?
Yeah, live action and animated.
Sounds great. Yeah, just fucking Nicholas. He wrote all of it. He's like, listen.
He's like, I already actually wrote the series.
Yeah.
If, you want to read it.
I'm pitching it to HBO, but they're going through a name change right now, so I think Amazon's going to get it. But speaking of Cage, time for some Mortal Kombat news, ladies and gentlemen. It's been like fucking 13 years since the first one came out. I think
it's been a long time.
2018, 2019, pre-COVID.
I watched it with Brad and Justin Guthrie.
I watched it with
when they worked at Camping World because they rented out a full theater for it.
Fuck yeah!
And they invited me for something for some reason.
And we watched it at Cameron's house in Greenwood on his new flat screen. Everyone came over. We bought fucking Little Caesars. Everyone fucking tripped. It was so fucking fun. However, Mortal Kombat 2 movie writer says fans reacted to test screenings the way I reacted to Avengers Endgame. It is so much funnier and bigger, badder, and bloodier than the first movie.
I remember really liking the first one. I thought it was really solid.
Fuck yeah. And oh my god, what's his goddamn name? Carl Urban is Johnny Cage.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's gonna be sick, dude. I cannot wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, man.
Dude, you want to know something fucking even crazier? It was officially announced the Elemental director is officially going to helm Incredibles 3.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
I'm so pumped.
Yeah, we talked about. Did we talk about this already being in production?
No, they were talking about they were officially going to make it. They announced it and they were trying to find a director. And you and I were talking about that because first of all, it took like 35 years to make the second one.
Yeah, I remember we talked about. I think Brad Bird is his name. We talked about his run of.
Yeah,
it was like
some of the craziest
Iron Giant, Incredibles 1, Incredibles 2, and Mission Impossible or something. Yeah. Like it was just the craziest run of 4 movies ever.
Some of the greatest tear-jerky movies, some of the most cinematography, beautiful driven movies. And he's like, he's one of the Coen brothers. He's like, I'm gonna make something good. You know what I mean?
But that's not this guy coming back though. He's not doing number 3.
No, the other dude's writing it still though.
Oh, he's still writing it, but the Elemental director is.
He's directing it. Yeah.
Well, that's weird. That's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Disney has a habit of that, though, of just kind of...
Yeah.
Like How to Train Your Dragon. The original guy came back for the live action, but, like, I wouldn't say he had a ton of control over it from how it made it sound.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, they do this with sequels and when they have the rights for so long and they're trying to make new shit and it's like, okay, well, you can be involved, but, like, we're going to do this our way.
Regardless.
So, yeah, I know Incredibles 2 was still good, but a definite down step from maybe the best superhero animated movie ever made.
Yeah.
So without 3, if 3 doesn't have Brad Bird directing it, like...
It's going to be weird.
It could be, it's toss up. Like
it could end up being like they don't need it. You know what I mean? It could be exactly.
Yeah, it's a toss up.
It could be how everyone treated Thor 4. Like no one needed a fourth one. No one needed a third Incredibles. However, you know what I did need? Another Mario Kart game. And Mario Kart World came out. I didn't know about it.
The Switch 2 dropped.
Yeah, dude, and it has been ranked 8 out of 10. Absolutely great. Mario Kart World was given an 8 out of 10. Mario Kart, the review says, it may not take the most convincing case that going open world was the boost the series needed, but excellent multiplayer racing, incredible polish, and the thrilling new knockout tour mode still is more than to live up to its legacy. So fuck yeah, dude. I'm down.
Yeah, the Switch 2 came out, and it was the fastest selling Nintendo console in its first launch week of all time. Yeah. Which is amazing that I really thought it was going to be a little bit of a dip. I thought this was going to be more of a Wii U type of console.
I did too.
Because of all of the problems.
All the nonsense.
Oh, dude, there are so many. Like, it's an always online console. They did not fix stick drift. Physical games are no longer physical games. The cartridges have a code that allows you to download the game from their servers. The game's not on the card, so there's no physical collecting of any kind for the Switch 2. Like, there was just thing after thing after thing after thing after thing after thing after thing. And then it's the best-selling Nintendo console of all time. Yeah. And Mario Kart is the best-selling. And,
and then
it's kind of disappointing.
And then Xbox said, hey, Nintendo 2.
Hey, how about Invincible Versus?
Yeah, no. How about our own Xbox handheld game? Like
are they making one?
They just announced the trailer for it. They showed it.
For a handheld console?
Yep.
Really?
Yep, for Xbox. And everyone on Twitter and Instagram was like, oh, that was such a sweet, adorable run, Nintendo Switch 2. No one's ever going to use you guys again because we get this now because you get to play Xbox Live
on it. Is it a standalone or is it a companion? Like the PlayStation 5 has the thing that you can play games off of your thing on.
I think it's like...
Or is it like a PSP type of thing?
I think it's like how like the Nintendo Switch 2, I think it's like another version of like the Xbox One, but it's just like a handheld version. Kind of like a Steam Deck. It's kind of like that kind of thing.
Okay, right on.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of like
that'd be sick. Yeah. It's about time, dude.
Yeah, dude, I can't fucking wait. It's going to be amazing. The director of John Wick is still trying to work out how to make Keanu Reeves come back, and it makes sense for John Wick 5.
He doesn't have to make sense. Let him kill people.
John Wick director says he's still trying to work out exactly what John Wick 5 would make or would sound like, and if it would even exist without Keanu Reeves. It doesn't really make sense to have him come back and shoot people without an actual emotional story coming to give him drive. Fuck yeah, at least he knows still. It's not like Fast and the Furious where he's like, I need more bullets, you know?
Yeah, so at least it's not off the rails.
I respect it. I'm fine with that then. HBO's The Last of Us Season 3 has officially been announced and going forward, and the lead is set to star Caitlin Denver's Abby. Just like the game, we're going to get, realistically, probably 4 episodes mainly of just the storyline of Abby leading up to what happens towards the end of the game, because the season 2 ended, and it ended kind of on a cliffhanger, and if you know about the game, you know what happens later on with Tommy and Ellie, and it switches then to Abby's character. So this is going to be, if they're doing it correctly, fuck it, hell yeah. Shout out, I can't wait for the Rat King. It's going to be fucking gross and amazing. I can't wait. Shout out to him.
It's going to be sick. I've not watched any of this series so far.
Yeah.
Also, last time I was super into a game was Last of Us 1. And the clickers. I could never... The clickers rage baited me so hard. Yep. I think I punched a hole in the wall. Like, I punched with the controller, not with my fist. I'm not fucking Kyle Badass. But I, like, slammed the controller onto the wall, and I had that very visceral moment of self-reflection. I'm like, I need to do something else.
Yeah.
You know, I could remember mom being like, son, you need to put the controller down and do something else. Yeah. Or like read a book for a while. I had that moment of myself as a 20-year-old man. Like, and I never picked The Last of Us up again.
I respect the fuck out of that.
So never did it again. So the show, I mean, love old boy Pedro Pascal, but yeah. Good for them, I guess.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm down.
Keep going.
Our final topic of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my girl. She put me onto this show called Smiley Friends. And if you like absolute fucking chaos and nonsense, you're going to love this show. I didn't really appreciate it. I thought it was real weird and made me feel uncomfortable. Like
I didn't
old
think
school.
it was a real show.
I didn't either.
I thought this was a show that like Morty watched inside of Rick and Morty.
Thank you.
Or something. This doesn't see.
Doesn't
it have like 5 seasons? Like it has a bunch of fucking seasons.
It has 2 seasons.
Oh, 2 seasons
with like 12 episodes apiece that are like 25 to 30 minutes. But it has officially been announced that season 3 will be arriving this fall on Adult Swim, and Smiling Friends has already been confirmed and are almost done with season 4 and are writing season 5.
Oh my gosh.
This show is what you would wake up at. Say you stayed over at your friend's house and they had cable, and you're watching Cartoon Network, and you woke up in the middle of the night and you had a fever dream about a show, and it scared you and made you uncomfortable inside because you didn't know what emotions were as a kid. That's what this fucking show is.
Yeah.
It made my stomach, it made my sternum feel weird. Like I didn't like it. Oh, but some of the bits are fucking hysterical.
That's so. It seems so weird, dude.
Dude, it's a fever dream.
Yeah, it's like some of the shit that would be on after Happy Tree Friends or something. Like
some don't hug me, I'm scared shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is the same type of shit. It's like fucking salad fingers. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Let me shout out my cousin real quick. Oh, that fucking idiot. Well, before I ever partook, I was straight as teenager boy, whatever. I stayed in Texas for the summer with my cousin Jake, with my dad's sister. Jake's her son, so my cousin. And he just loved smoking weed. He was just 15, 16, and he had like the white guy curly afro kind of like Bump had.
Yeah.
In a way. And so he was just that type. Like he all of his friends, he was the only white dude in his friend group. Like he was that dude. He was the skater. He was everything. Like I thought he was cool as a teenager, but
fucking right.
Yeah, but he showed me like he was just like, "Oh, dude, this cartoon's so funny. Like you'll fucking love this." And he turns on Happy Tree Friends. And I think I watched the intro of it, and the intro's like a squirrel exploding. Yeah, it's like super gory. And I just don't watch shit like that. I just never watch shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah, so my first experience with that was with him, and he was stoned, so he was like, "This is the best shit ever." He would go upstairs and he would hit his pipe and then blow it through the tube with the dryer.
Yeah,
like he was that era. He was truly, it was 16.
Yeah,
yeah. And so then after that, he was like, "Oh, you fucking hate this, all right." So then he turns on Naruto in Japanese. First time I'd ever seen anime, period. And he's watching it subtitled.
Fuck you. Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm going to go swim. I'm like, I can't do this.
Watching, I may be 13. My cousin Daniel, shout out to my dog. I love you so fucking much, dog. We got behind his garage because he was older and his mom knew that he smoked weed, and that was fine. But I was not allowed to smoke at the time.
Oh yeah.
But it's New Year's, right? So all the parents, all the adults, they're inside drinking because it's everyone's shooting fireworks outside. Yeah. But it's getting close to midnight, so some of the kids are asleep. Me and Daniel are in the back smoking out of like the mini Gatorades he made a bong out of.
Hell yes.
And so I'm talking like we had to crawl back in the window because we couldn't walk in because everyone's got to know we smoke. So we just crawl back in the window and he's like, "Yo, do you want to watch something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." And it's me, his older brother DJ, Dustin, and Elijah, music manager Elijah.
Oh hell yeah!
I love him to death, but he was a snot-nosed little fuck. He was a little tattletale back then. But he was also an only child, so he was spoiled.
He didn't have a choice.
But also, I would have been too if I was rich. You know what I mean? And that's not a dig at him, but like
I know what you mean.
You got caught. They made a Halo 2. I thought Halo 1 came out last month. Like, no. It came out like a year and a half. Here's the brand new one. Here's the new control. Here's wireless controllers. Mm-hmm. Here's the new Gears of War. He was that kid. He was so fucking cool. And he showed us Happy Tree Friends where the moose has to saw his leg off with a spoon.
Oh.
And he and I were in fucking tears because we were no longer watching the show. We're watching Dustin and Elijah and their stomachs turning and getting scared as kids. And then he showed me, "Don't hug me, I'm scared." And then that's all I was like, "Turn it off. That's it. I'm done. You win."
Enough.
Yeah, cause their laughing was funny. This is not funny anymore.
It's not funny.
Don't hug me. I'm scared.
That shit was wild.
Yeah,
dude.
Shout out to my cousin. I love it. That's such great lives, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here for another great episode of Saturday Morning Cartoons. I love you guys so much. Stay tuned for more episodes with Ty and Ray over their voiceover animated series for the Avatar. Go ahead and check out all the Reefer recaps. Go check out the Brad episodes. Check out all the gaming episodes. Freshman year, the EP is officially out now on all streaming platforms. And best believe, Doug's DCU picks are coming back every 2 weeks, right? Leading up until July 11th for Superman. So drink plenty of water, please be safe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, what happened? Why are those squiggles on the screen?
Those are called end credits, Patrick.
End credits? But I don't want it to end!